Rest in peace to Sabu. And it was also just a super eventful week. I feel like it's been forever since I got on here and talked some wrestling with y'all. I apologize for that. Life has been a little busy. Nonetheless, welcome to the Wrestling is Bullshit Report, episode number 28. You know how we do. Let's start off with the results. Everything you missed in the past week in the world of professional wrestling. We have two bits of results here. First, we have the New Japan Resurgence show, which took place in the United States, where we saw two strong championships change hands. We saw the strong openweight tag team championship change hands as TJP won those titles. The United Empire has those titles now. Pretty embarrassing. I don't remember TJP's partner, but nonetheless, the United Empire are now the strong openweight tag team champions. It's not like anybody cares about those belts anyways. I made a video about what New Japan should do about the amount of titles that they have, how they can consolidate, how they can make things fresh again. Check that out. We also had Mercedes Moné lose the strong women's championship. I think it's about time for that. It's a shame that AEW is unable to make a compelling or interesting story leading up to Mercedes Moné losing the TBS championship. Seems like we had a good thing with Camille going on. I don't know what happened behind the scenes. Something happened. That storyline came to a screeching halt. What a shame. What a shame. And then as for Mercedes Moné losing the Rev Pro Undisputed British Women's Championship, we'll see how that happens. I'm sure that will happen across the pond, as they say in the UK. Okay. Nonetheless, we have two strong champions, two new strong champions, out of New Japan Resurgence. It's really a shame with New Japan. They introduced these strong openweight championships, or strong championships, if you will, about less than 4 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, and they have fallen into deep irrelevancy and too many titles over there in New Japan. Too many titles, nobody cares. Nonetheless, let's move on to the other piece of results before we get on to the news, and there's a lot of news. We have Jeff Cobb making his WWE debut alongside Solo Sikoa. Seems like Jeff Cobb is going to have a role to play in the quote-unquote bloodline. I don't know if we're going to call it bloodline. I don't know if... I definitely know Jeff Cobb is not a part of this family tree. At least I'm pretty sure I know that he's not part of this family tree. I should really do my research before I get on here. Press record. Nonetheless, Jeff Cobb seems to be in the bloodline storyline. Who knows? Maybe he'll just be Solo Sikoa's henchman, and maybe we're building up to Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu. I think that's more likely. I think we're building up to Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu, and Jeff Cobb is going to be Solo's new quote-unquote right-hand man. I can see this story that will probably play out existing outside of the bloodline saga. I think the only bloodline energy we'll get from this is Solo versus Fatu, and Jeff Cobb will not be a member of the bloodline. I don't think the bloodline is going to be a thing. I could be wrong. I don't know. We'll find out. The only thing we do know is Jeff Cobb is alongside Solo Sikoa in WWE right now. Something that has been rumored for a fat minute. He appeared at Backlash, and we'll see what happens on Friday Night SmackDown. Let's get to the news. We got a lot of stuff. First and foremost, we have Cora Jade, now known as Elena Black, who is claiming that she was body shamed by fellow wrestlers and employees of WWE, especially employees that were her bosses. That's a real shame. I would not put it past WWE to be body shaming, formerly known as Cora Jade, now Elena Black. WWE is the best they've ever been to a lot of people, including myself. At a lot of times, they're a bunch of scumbags. They're nothing short of a bunch of scumbags. It's okay to enjoy the storylines. It's okay to be happy with wrestling. I'm doing both of those things right now for WWE. But I also acknowledge that WWE's filled with a bunch of scumbags. So I don't put it past them to body shame Cora Jade, now known as Elena Black. I'm not going to talk anymore on that. Let's move on. we have AEW releasing a book that will give us a lot of insider history of the company. This book AEW is releasing is to cover the first 5 years of AEW's existence, and is to have some juice in it, some juice that we don't know as fans. I'm down to read this book. I'll keep an eye out on it. I love a good read. I will keep an eye out for this book and let y'all know what I find when the book comes out. Should be really interesting. We also have WWE introducing the Evolve Championships for their new WWE Evolve show, a tape show, a step below NXT in terms of developmental, and it goes head-to-head with AEW Dynamite every week. Now, there are 2 championships attached to the show. I will let you know who those champions are when they are crowned. We also have, we have Javon Evans openly calling Tony Khan a crackhead on Twitter, having some Twitter beef with Ricochet, who has been an absolute savage on Twitter for better or worse. He comes across Javon Evans, and Javon Evans quickly claims that Ricochet is now working for a crackhead, referring to Tony Khan. Young man, Javon Evans, that is one way to burn your bridges at a young age. Let's not do all that. You have no idea where you are going to be on the WWE pedestal come your 22nd birthday, come your 24th birthday, come your 26th birthday, come your 30th birthday. You have no idea what's in store for you. Maybe Tony Khan will be the guy that could have potentially offered you the most money in a contract. Maybe AEW down the line 5, 10, even 2 years, hell, could be the best fit for you in the future. I think you're doing great in NXT, Javon Evans. I think you're one of my favorite wrestlers on the NXT roster. It's a shame to see you call Tony Khan a crackhead. Let's have some respect out here. We have a lot of wrestling fans that have zero respect. We have a lot of people in society that have zero respect. I hate to see Javon Evans lower himself to that caliber, but that's exactly what he did by calling TK a crackhead. Let's just move on from that. Okay, we also had, speaking of head-to-head, going back to WWE, Evolve going head-to-head with AEW, we had Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling go head-to-head with WWE Backlash. It was a silly move, in my opinion, because I would have been happy to order the MLP pay-per-view. Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling is put on by Scott D'Amore, a new Canadian promotion at scale that has shows about every 1 to 2 months. I've been clamoring for a promotion like this to exist, a promotion that doesn't feel the need to have a weekly episodic show, because there's too many of them in the world of professional wrestling right now, and they're all fantastic, don't get me wrong. TNA Impact, fantastic. AEW Dynamite, fantastic. WWE Raw and SmackDown, fantastic. NXT, fantastic. New Japan, having shows every other day, fantastic. Bottom line, CMLL, weekly shows, several of them, fantastic. Bottom line is, everybody's married to this idea of weekly episodic television when it comes to a pro wrestling promotion. Not MLP at the moment. Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, aka MLP, is doing a great job of having a show. Seems like once every month. It could be once every 6 weeks or once every 2 months. I don't know. But they have their shows. They do their thing, and then they go away for a few weeks, and they come back. And it's fantastic. I really wanted to see this MLP show, but it went head-to-head with WWE Backlash. You really think I'm not going to watch John Cena versus Randy Orton for the last time? No. Anywho, Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling goes head-to-head with Backlash, and I watch Backlash. Sorry if that makes me a mark. Sorry. Anywho, Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling crowned 2 champions. Josh Alexander became the inaugural MLP Canadian Champion, and Giselle Shaw became the inaugural MLP Canadian Women's Champion. I hope I said that right. Is it Women's Canadian Champion or Canadian Women's Champion? I try to be very sharp about that, but this is a new championship here. I will report all MLP title changes in the news. I'm thinking maybe we put that on the watch list next time there's a show, but I'm excited to cover MLP out here. Josh Alexander being the inaugural MLP Canadian Champion only makes sense. He's the biggest Canadian wrestler, in my opinion, right now. I'm not saying ever, I'm saying right now. Nevertheless, man, congratulations to Josh Alexander. Congratulations to Scott D'Amore. Congratulations to MLP. I'll be looking forward to tuning into your next show. Last but not least, some news. Rest in peace to Sabu. It was only weeks ago that he wrestled against Joey Janela during WrestleMania week. I'm not going to comment on GCW. I'm not going to comment on Joey Janela. There is no need for all that. I'm going to comment on what a tragedy it is for our community to lose a legend like Sabu. May he rest in peace. The legend, the guy, Sabu. I'm going to miss him. I'll be honest, I didn't grow up with ECW like that. I'm only 26 years old. But goodness, I've seen a lot of Sabu matches. And my goodness, they're fantastic. I got love for Sabu like crazy, man. He's one of my favorite ECW originals, no lie. And it's sad to see him go just weeks after his last wrestling match against Joey Janela. Rest in peace to Sabu, man. Rest in peace to Sabu. Let's move on to the watch list, ladies and gentlemen. No ladies are watching this. Let's be honest, gentlemen. All right. Just kidding. We got one show on the watch list, and I'm going to let y'all get out of here, man. One show this week. One show. AEW Dynamite. Jon Moxley will defend the AEW World Championship against... Let me try that again. AEW Dynamite. Jon Moxley will defend the AEW World Championship against Sabu in a steel cage match. I don't care if you like WWE more than AEW. I'll be honest. For the past month or two, I've enjoyed WWE a lot more than I've enjoyed AEW. And that form of wrestling that AEW produces, I gravitate towards more as an adult, to be honest with you. Not that nothing against WWE. I enjoy that stuff a lot. But against the grain, I've been enjoying WWE a lot more than AEW. Heck, I'll even admit I haven't seen AEW Dynamite in at least a month. But I'll be tuning in for Jon Moxley versus Samoa Joe, AEW World Championship steel cage match. If you're a fan of this art form, how are you not going to tune into that? Tune into that. Watch the match. All right, guys. That's it. Be good. Be happy. I look forward to making more videos more often. I know I took a 2-3 week break there. It just happened. But I'm back. Yes, who's better? Okay. Later, guys. Take care. Talk to you soon.